These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Christelle Bell with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. We go to the courtroom now as jurors in Lori Daybell's murder conspiracy case prepare to start deliberations soon. Daybell in court today as she's expected to formally rest her case Monday and move on to closing arguments. You can follow it all right now on ABC15.com. In our Border Watch, outrage continues to rise in the case of Kilmar Abrigo Garcia. You know, ABC 15 told you that the White House admitted the Maryland father of three was not supposed to be deported to a Supermax prison in El Salvador. The government still maintains Garcia was a member of MS-13, but his lawyers deny that, and the federal government has not been able to prove that allegation in court. Now, this week, the Department of Homeland Security released information on Garcia, confirming that he has not been charged with a crime and has no criminal record. We're also learning that Garcia's wife once filed a civil protective order against her husband 4 years ago, but she has since led the charge to bring him home after he was deported March 15th. So right now, more congressional Democrats say they want to visit El Salvador to meet Garcia, check on his condition, and potentially secure his release. A Maryland senator says he was denied entry to the prison and could not speak to him on the phone. A mixed bag on Wall Street today. The short trading week ending with minimal changes in the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, with the Dow down just over a point. Retail and institutional investors still wary of the growing trade war and state of tariffs on major global trading partners. And now the president signaling he wants to fire the head of the Fed amid a public feud over interest rates. Well, top leaders and innovators in the water world convened this week in Phoenix for the Arizona Water 95th Annual Conference and Exhibition. And the goal in mind is to ensure safe and reliable drinking water in Arizona for generations to come. From new water filtration systems to research into tracking new hazards like microplastic, the attendees work together to find most viable and efficient methods to protect our water. Gene Jensen, the conference chair, says that one of the core ways to protect our water is by getting the community involved.
I'm starting to see more from the social sciences space. So how do we do communication? How do we use storytelling and the science behind it to engage the community to take ownership of their own utilities?
Jane says that they had another record-breaking year for attendance and are working forward to the centennial in 2 years as they move, and they will be moving to the bigger North Conference Center. A safety alert now. Scorpions are coming out, and some neighborhoods seem to be more prone to encounters than others. A local pest control company has tracked years of scorpion service calls and created a hot zips map. So 3 of the top 5 zip codes are in South Chandler, South Phoenix, and Northeast Scottsdale. ABC 15's Justin Hobbs getting answers for you on how you can make your yard less inviting to these pests.
When you have a lot of pots on the ground, they live under the pot. So if you put a pot stand under a pot and get it off the ground, you're not going to have anything living underneath there anymore. If you trim the bottom of overgrown bushes, you're going to get heat, you're going to get wind, you're going to get light underneath there.
So remember, if you get stung, clean the wound with soap and water, and then you put some ice on it. If you notice an allergic reaction to the sting, then it's time to go ahead and head to the ER.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullins. Winds are picking up as our next storm system moves in. In fact, it's 2 storm systems that will combine into one over Arizona tomorrow. This is going to give us chances for rain and snow across the state before it clears out just in time for Easter. Here in the valley, about a 30% chance for scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms that will stretch into the evening forecast as well. And up to a 1/10 of an inch of rain will be possible in some neighborhoods. For the high country, the snow level falling to around 6,000 feet and 1 to 3 inches of snow will be possible in the Flagstaff area out of this storm. Here's tomorrow in the valley, 59 degrees at 6 a.m. Temperatures only in the 70s in the afternoon, so a big cool down coming too. More breezes and a high nearly 10 degrees below normal for this time of the year. Here's the next 7 days for you. Upper 70s Friday and Saturday. Slight chance of a few lingering morning showers on Saturday, but the rest of the day should be dry. And sunshine returns on Easter Sunday with a high of 86 degrees.